All right, on today's Real Estate Real Talk, we are going to jump right into investment properties. It's one of the largest assets that you can buy, and with some time and effort, you can be a great way to kind of generate some passive income. Joining me right now is Los Angeles real estate agent Carrie White to help us kind of navigate the pros and cons of this purchase. Hey, Carrie.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. All right, let's first talk about the basics. I know I need this kind of lecture here. Can you define an investment property? What is it? Are there certain types of different properties?
Good way to get started. All right, well, it's real estate or real property. Remember learning that back in grammar school. And it's purchased specifically to generate an income. That could either be through straight appreciation of the property happening lately, or through the income that you're getting from tenants, or really from both. And it's a property that you do not currently reside at. Well, for tax reasons, you're not supposed to live there. And there's many various types and locations. You've got your basic, so say condo or your single family home. Then you've got a multi-family property. Those come in 1 to 4 units or more than 4 units. Then you have short-term rental properties. And then all of these condos, houses, multifamily can fall into flip properties or a remodel. So you can go in, you can remodel it, you can sell it, you can rent it out. There's really just so many types of opportunities for investment. It really just depends on what you like. And you can buy something close by or something in another city or state. There's a lot of different avenues to choose from to get started, really.
All right. So now that we know exactly what they are, which is a multitude of many things, depending on just your preference, your needs, and what you want to invest in, what are the pros of owning an investment property?
All right. Well, obviously, like anything, there's a lot of ups and downs. But the biggest thing is you really make money while you sleep. So you get to focus on your regular job while earning this passive income. And an increase in real estate value of asset translates into higher returns on your money, especially like money in the bank. The tax savings, all the interest you pay towards a loan for an investment property is tax deductible from your investment income, which is pretty amazing. You can include all of your real estate investments in a self-directed IRA. You can actually loan money out from your income from your properties, which is amazing. A lot of tax benefits in investment properties. And the real estate market typically displays more stability than the stock market, especially right now, or even crypto. Real estate really can be that hedge against everything else going on. And at the end of the day, real estate is tangible. You can actually see it, touch it, fix it, change it, which is a great thing.
Yeah, so when we think about it, I mean, what I saw there, if you're ready for it and can do it, it sounds like a pretty good deal. So I got to ask, though, because some things seem too good to be true, what are the cons of owning an investment property?
Well, like all good things, it takes a lot of hard work and patience and a plan. And speaking to it being tangible, there's the upkeep to it, staying on top of repairs needed, finding people to help with all those types of things. And working with tenants can be daunting. There's a lot of laws out there. How do you collect rent? What happens if somebody doesn't pay? What happens when things go wrong? Which is a good idea to hire a property management company to help with that. You might have to deal with, speaking of expensive lunches, high entry costs. It takes capital, it takes money to purchase an investment. And you really can't depend solely on the income to cover your mortgage payments every month and your taxes. You still need to cover them. Just because someone doesn't pay you the rent doesn't mean that you're off the hook from your side of the finances. And, most people do depend on the rental income when they buy an investment property, obviously, because it takes capital to invest, but really you can't do that solely. And really, lastly, not understanding the market, maybe not knowing where to purchase or what a good price is, good value, where the good rents are. So really not having an overall knowledge or understanding or game plan of how to purchase something.
Okay, so let's say you got all your ducks in the row, as they say. You found a good agent. We're working with you, Carrie, here. We're ready to go. We have everything lined up. Where do we start looking? You have 2 rules here. You have the 2 cities over rule, as well as when it comes to property value, the 1% rule. So we'll start with the 2 cities. What is that?
Great question. Okay, my 2 cities rule. So do you ever see those cities where you're like, wow, what happened there? All of a sudden they've got these great restaurants and new developments and everybody's trying to buy there. And you're like, what city is that? How did they find that city? How did they know that was going to be the next up and coming place? Well, one way, maybe you could track where Whole Foods are opening, right? Because those are always where people want to be. But looking 1 to 2 cities over from that. I mean, I'm seeing it happening all over LA and West Adams and Boyle Heights, is these little areas that pop up near Miracle Mile, say, and people are like, okay, well, we can't afford to be in Beverly Hills or Westwood, so we'll go a little bit outside of that. So as you keep expanding, as people can't afford the higher priced cities, you start to think, okay, well, if I just go 2 cities out from those booming cities, I can catch the trend as it starts to rise. So instead of making your normal 18 or 20% year over year on properties, which is happening right now, you actually end up doubling your money because those cities are the ones that really boom, which is great. You know, it's hard to find those cities. I always say, wow, how did anybody know about that? But once you start following those trends, it's a bit easier. And my little 1% rule, really a good rule of thumb, if you want to make sure you're not going to end up upside down, is the 1%. So if you're purchasing something for $400,000, the rental income should be $4,000 gross at minimum per month. That can be any type, whether it's short-term, long-term. And, you know, so if you're buying something for $1 million, you're looking at $10,000 a month. So that's a good little rule to follow. 2 cities, 1%.
All right. That totally makes sense. You guys, if you're out there looking for an investment property, you can just follow Carrie's Instagram. Hit her with a DM if you need some new clients here. Go follow her at Carrie Ann. You can also subscribe to get a lot more information. That's going to be on her YouTube channel, Carrie White Real Estate. Thanks, Carrie.
When you